Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's another story time. And before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up, comment down below. And I was gonna say thank y'all for watching. Comment down below, give your girl a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for 160K. Maybe we'll get to 200 by next year, but we at 160, so I'm happy. That's all that matters. Y'all, I always kept forgetting, and I just want to say happy Valentine's Day. Today is full of love. Hopefully you watching me when you're getting ready to go out, or if you're in the house by yourself. It does not matter. Love yourself. And yeah, so hopefully y'all just watching me whatever y'all doing. But I just wanted to give my Valentine's Day gift to y'all because I love y'all. Y'all my lovers, and y'all my Valentine, so I love y'all. So I want to give a shout out to myself, Brishari. But I also want to give a shout out because y'all, it be telling me right here and I always forget to do it. I always be saying I'm gonna do it and I always forget, but they show you your top commenters, and I did it before, but I remember to do it. So this is the community spotlight, my top commenters for the week. So I want to give a shout out to Oh That's Sarah. Shout out to you, girl. I want to give a shout out to KB. I want to give a shout out to Running Routes LGX 1207. I want to give a shout out to Denisha. I want to give a shout out to Symone Tania. Y'all, thank you so much for being my top commenters for the week. I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna remember to go on there because it literally tell you the top commenters. So yeah, I want to give a shout out to y'all. I love y'all. So let's get into this story. So I know y'all want part 2 of that last story I told y'all, and sorry, but this is not part 2. I'm gonna give y'all part 2. I could give it to y'all on Monday, but this is just a Valentine's Day story since it's Valentine's Day. This one go back to when I was in school. So let's roll this all the way back, okay? So around this time, I don't know what was wrong with me, y'all. That's why every time my young supporters be like, how do I feel about relationships when you like in school, high school, middle schoolish, I be like, don't take it serious, because did we? No. Okay, so run this back. So around this time, this boy had just asked me to be his girlfriend. Finally, after us just hanging out and kicking it, laughing, joking for weeks at a time, hanging out all the time, his homeboy had finally was just like, yeah, he like you. So he was just like, basically, he aimed at me and asked me if I wanted to be his girlfriend, and I said yeah. So me and him used to just hang out all the time. We used to just be like real friendly. We'll all hang, like his friend group, my friend group. We just gonna name the boy Hurricane because he had braids with beads at the end, just like Hurricane Chris. So we just gonna name him Hurricane. So me and Hurricane, we dating or whatever, we talking. It's not nothing too major. It was this other boy at school, we gonna name him Majay, who used to always just come over there to me, and like he used to just like kind of laugh and joke with my whole friend group or whatever. Majay and Hurricane wasn't friends, but like they was cordial. They knew each other, they would speak, whatever. So every time like we would be over there with like Hurricane, and then Majay would always come over there and he would just like laugh and joke with my friends, like with my homegirls, and then he'll always pick me up. This dude was like 10 feet tall, and y'all know I'm 5'2", I'm tall as fuck, but he was like tall. So he would always come pick me up over his shoulder, and it would be just the most awkwardest little thing, like, stop, Majay. So on this one day when he did that, at this time me and Hurricane is together, when he did it, it was so awkward because it's like, wait, Hurricane is my man now. But y'all, Hurricane didn't say a damn thing, so clearly my man was a bitch. So anyway, so Hurricane didn't say shit. It was just kind of awkward. Like even my friends just kind of like stopped. I had one homegirl, she just dying laughing because she thinking it's just so funny. So he ended up putting me down. Mind you, that's how our little thing would be with me and Majay. It would literally be him just like come in, he picked me up for some odd reason. We laugh, joke, and that'd be it. Like we had each other aim. He never flirted with me. It was never nothing like that, right? So at this point, I'm dating Hurricane, whatever. So as lunch was over, me and him walking hand in hand, you know, because this my boyfriend. We got shit a little bit PDA. So we walking hand in hand, and it was crazy because I seen Majay like look, like did a double take, like hold up, and then kept it lit. He used to always just be around a whole bunch of different girls anyway, so like he was not somebody I even paid any attention to. So y'all, when I got home from school, guess who aimed me? Majay aimed me like, you holding hands with Hurricane now? So I'm like, oh yeah, that's my man, that's my boyfriend now or whatever. So he like, since when? I'm like, since like 2 days ago. So he like, what? That's crazy. I didn't know that was your boyfriend. Like, no disrespect, I was just over there picking you up and throwing you over my shoulder. He didn't even say nothing. So I'm like, yeah, that's why it was so awkward or whatever. So he like, dang, that's crazy. Like, I didn't even know that. So I'm just thinking like he basically just saying, oh, like my bad type shit, right? As the conversation go on, this boy start flirting with me. He like, oh, I always liked you and all this other stuff. That's crazy. I thought I was more of your type than Hurricane. Hurricane was more like a jerkin type dude, and Majay was more like a hood type dude. So he like, oh, I thought I was more of your type. One thing about it, them once a nigga do a pin drop, baby, my heart stopped. I loved a dude that jerked, like yeah. So anyway, he basically was just saying all of that, and I'm like, yeah, no, me and Hurricane, we vibe, you know, we connect, we got a lot in common, all this other stuff like that, right? I'm standing up for my man because that's what I'm supposed to do. So he basically was just like, oh, well, I always liked you, so tomorrow if I come pick you up in front of that nigga, he don't say shit, then you should already know who you should be with. Just like saying little weird stuff. So I'm just like, boy, bye, like just ignoring it, right? So fast forward to the next day. Like over the next few days, this boy Majay just kept trying to flirt with me, So one day he used to go do store runs for everybody. This nigga was the store runner talking about he was my type. Baby now. So anyway, he was doing store runs. He would go ditch and do store runs. So he came up to me and he was like, what you want from the store? So I'm like, oh, nothing. Like, I'm saving my money for after school. So he's like, oh, no, I got you. Like, whatever you need, I got you. You know, it's on me. I told you I like you, my little boo or whatever. I'm thinking like, boy, you ain't never try to show me no attention until you just realized that I'm dating Hurricane with the beads. Yeah. So he just was like doing all of that. And I don't know, it was one thing about me, y'all, because back then, I ain't gonna lie. When I was in school, my insecurities... When I was in school, my self-esteem was at a -0. Like, I just thought I was like the ugliest person in the world. So whenever I got like any type of, I didn't like crave for male attention or nothing like that, but I would just be surprised. Like every time, like if a boy tried to talk to me, I always thought it was a joke. I always be like, yeah, okay, the one day they gonna come out. I thought it was like some movie type shit. Like one day they gonna come to school and be like, I never liked you, and throw paint on me or something. I don't know why, I just always thought that. So when Majay flirted with me, I'm not saying like I'm a natural flirt, but like sometimes I like play back with people, but I really, in my eyes, I be thinking I'm just playing, but clearly they think I like them. So I mean, but I don't know. So anyway, I'm like talking back to him because I'm thinking like he do not like me. Like he never gave that. So yeah, I'm just like talking like low back to him. I guess he thinking I'm flirting with him. So he like, yeah, you gonna be mine. I'm just like, whatever, boy. Like, you know, just little stuff like that. So he taking it like, I guess he was taking it real literal. Later that day, he ended up aiming me and he talking about some, yeah, like I really like you, like I fuck with you, like I really want you to be mine. Just doing the most. And I don't know why I was just kind of aiming back, but I'm thinking like, who he trying to play? Like I said, my self-esteem was low, so I'm thinking he just kidding, he not for real, right? So let's fast forward next day. Literally, Valentine's Day is coming up, y'all. Valentine's Day is literally like the next week. So 2 days later, him aiming me and stuff like that, I'm still hanging out with Hurricane from time to time and with my friends or whatever. So I'm at school, and mind you, Majay, since he found out that I talked to Hurricane, me and him dated, he ain't came over there and like did that weird shit. So on this day, after he been heading me up for like 2 days talking about he really want to be with me and all this other stuff, it was just weird. Like it was weird because it was like it never gave that. So like some days later, literally, all of this probably happened like a week ago, and then now it's like a week later, he coming to school, and why he comes straight up over there where we at, I seen him walking up and he's smiling, big, tall, goofy looking self. He just smiling, and I'm thinking like, what is so funny? Mind you, when I aimed him, it wasn't like nothing. I never really like super entertained him or nothing like that, but I guess in his eyes he thought that. But he, like I said, he was a dude that used to be with a whole bunch of different girls at school, so it was really like, who you trying to play with? So anyway, he ended up coming over there to me and he was just like, what's up, Symone? So I'm like, what's up? Mind you, he didn't say nothing to nobody else. Let me stop saying mind you, because I'm realizing I'm saying it too much. He didn't say what's up to nobody else. He just was like, what's up, Symone? So I'm like, what's up? So he was just like, oh, nothing. Like, I was just seeing how you doing today. Like, I'm gonna go to the store. Like, you know, I got you. You don't even gotta pay for nothing. Just being weird. Hurricane ain't saying nothing. He just looking at his homeboy like, this guy. Like, but he not saying nothing. So I'm just thinking like, okay, baby, I'm gonna need you to like pull up them skinnies and do a little something, like say something. So I was just like, oh no, it's cool. Like, you ain't gotta give me nothing. Don't worry about it. So he's like, nah, I got you. You know, I got you. He was like I told you last night, I got you. So when he said that, it was weird, because why would you say that? And then he walked off. He really just sauced, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. He walked off. So anyway, oh dude, Hurricane like, oh, y'all was on the phone last night? So I'm like, nah, we wasn't on the phone. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Hurricane never used to want to get on the phone. I don't know if he couldn't talk to girls or what, but he could never get on the phone. So he's like, y'all was on the phone last night. But no, this the crazy part about it is Hurricane had a girl, and it was a girl in a friend group or whatever. Well, she wasn't in a friend group, but her friend group would come hang out with them too. She liked Hurricane down. So that's the even crazy part about it. It's like, you pressing me, but you could never get on the phone with me, but you always on the phone with this hoe. Yeah. So anyway, so he asked me, I was like, no, I was on the phone with him. He was aiming me, you know, just about snacks and shit like that, right? So fast forward, it's like later after school. My mom taking forever to come get me. Majay come up over there to me and he was like, I wanted to give you something. I just didn't want to give it to you in front of that Hurricane. So I'm like, what'd you want to give me? He gonna pull out this ring, y'all. He pulled out this ring. It was a silver ring with a diamond on it. And it was a diamond. he put out this ring and he was like, I want to give you this ring. This is my grandma ring. She told me that I'll give it to the girl that you love and the girl you're gonna marry. Like, this was her ring that my grandpa got her. This was her wedding ring, and she passed it down to me to give it to somebody special that I'm gonna marry one day. So I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah. So I'm like, why are you showing me this ring, Majay? He's like, because I love you and I want to be with you. Just gaslight me. This what? He's like, I love you, I want to be with you or whatever, and all this other stuff like that. So I'm just like, wow, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm just kind of like, that's weird. But he was just like, yeah, so you gonna take the ring or not? So I was like, all right, cool. I ended up taking the ring, right? I went home. I'm in the car, I'm kind of just cheesing to myself. Why am I over here smiling and excited about some shit when it's like, girl, you have a whole boyfriend? So I'm just over here cheesing to myself. I'm kind of happy, y'all. My mama like, oh, like asked me about my day at school or whatever, and she was in the car with my auntie. So I'm like, oh, my day was good and all this other stuff like that. And I just was about to say it, but I'm like, no, not right now. I'm gonna wait. So I end up going home, y'all. I'm in the mirror and I'm doing this. I'm like kind of taking pictures. I'm just doing the most. So my auntie ended up walking up on me, and she was just like, she was like, okay, you look cute, I see you taking pictures. And then she seen the ring on my finger. She was like, what's that? So I was like, what? She was like, what's that? And I was like, okay, this boy at school gave it to me. He said it's his grandma ring, and she said to give it to the girl that he want to marry one day, that like he gonna be with. So she's like, let me see it. So I took it off my finger and I gave it to her. So she looking at it, like examining it, and she's just like smiling hard as hell. But they used to hotbox like crazy. Like her, my mom, and my uncle, they used to be like, you know, puff puff puffing. So I'm thinking like, oh, maybe she high, she just laughing because she got the munchies or something, I don't know. So she over here looking at it, she just like smiling. And I was like, yeah. He told me like his grandma took it off her finger and gave it to him, and he gave it to me because he loves me and he want to marry me one day. So she's smiling. Like, the more I'm talking and smiling, she's just like, for real? And she just looking at it, and I'm just keep going. My smile getting bigger, hers is getting bigger. I'm thinking like, oh, she's happy for me. This bitch, this girl, this lady start dying laughing. So at this point, my smile is kind of like going like, wait, what? She dying laughing. I'm like confused, what's going on? So she's like, he said this is grandma ring. I was like, yeah. She's like, hold on. She went to go grab my uncle. He came up in there and he like, what? She's like, look at this ring this boy gave Moni. He was like, somebody gave you a ring? She's like, he said this is grandma's wedding ring that the grandpa gave to her. She took it off her finger, gave it to him to give to the love of his life. So he looking at it, he started dying laughing. He was like, what the fuck is this? What the hell? His grandma must be a vending machine. I'm like, why would his grandma be a vending machine? And my uncle like, because he just popped out with this fake ass gumball machine ring talking about his grandpa gave it to the grandma to get married and all this other shit. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, no, it's a diamond ring. And then she was like, diamond, and he dying laughing. Don't ever play yourself with people that's high, because they gon', especially, I don't know, because now I don't be around people that like smoke tree like that, but people don't be laughing that much when they smoke like they used to. Back in the day, oh, I don't know what type of laughing gas they used to put in that tree, but yeah. So they over here dying laughing, and he was like, she like, diamond. He said that ain't even a Cuban zirconia, and they just dying laughing. He's like, let me see this ring. They just dying laughing. I'm sitting here like, not they getting at me. Okay, not too much. He's like, how long was the grandma married for? A day? I'm surprised that fake ass ring didn't rest on her finger. So he laughed. He said her finger probably green. They just screaming, and this is me. Can you give me the ring back? They like, Moni, you thought this was a real ring? I'm like, well, he said it's his grandma ring. They like, he is lying to. They dying laughing. So I'm like, he said it's his grandma ring. So they like, more like a ring pop, and they just dying laughing. He's like, the diamond looked like a pop rock. And I'm just like, okay, can y'all give it back? Because y'all doing too much. Nami was finna like put on my AIM message, and I know you're probably thinking like, why would you gonna put on your AIM away message about a ring when you have a boyfriend? Yeah, right? I don't know. So anyway, so I'm just like, okay, give me the ring back. So I got the ring back because I'm just looking at it now. I'm kind of embarrassed because I really was like about to take this ring to school, post it on Facebook. I was kind of excited about it, even though I didn't have plans on talking to my Jay because I don't know what he gave me this ring for. But yeah, and at the same time, he aiming me like, yeah, I told my grandma I gave you the ring and she's so proud. She want to meet you, and tomorrow I'm gonna have to take a picture of you to show her and all this other stuff like this, da 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 da. Because he was like, oh, send me a picture to show my grandma, and I was like, just show her my AIM icon. But yeah, so he like, yeah, I'm gonna take a picture with you tomorrow, all this other stuff like that. He like, she's so happy. Can you fit the ring? She said we could get it resized. So at this point, I'm just irritated. I'm already mad because they already told me this shit bigger than the 8th day in a week. And I'm just like, what? Like, why would you do all of this talking about resizing and stuff like that? And now when I think back on it, it don't make sense, because why would your grandma take the ring off her finger that her man gave her and give it to you? You know, that's something you do when you die or something like that. But you don't just be well living like, here, take this ring and give it to somebody. So anyway, I'm just like, I'm embarrassed. I don't know why, but I'm so embarrassed because throughout the day, they kept walking by. They was like, where your little bubblegum ring at? I'm just thinking like, bro, this can't be real. Not them just really laughing. They was laughing so hard. They showed my mama the ring. She dying laughing. She just think it's so funny. Like, why did he give it? What? Da, 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 da. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, don't show nobody else. So my grandpa like, a ring? Somebody gave you a ring? I'm like, grandpa, no, nobody gave me a ring. And my uncle like, show him the bubblegum ring. Show him the bubblegum ring. My grandpa's like, somebody gave you a 25-cent ring? I'm like, not the whole family gonna roast me when I was excited. I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking like a diamond ring, y'all. I was honestly thinking about pawning it because, you know, I don't have no money and I really wanted some stuff and I was really gonna pawn that ring because I ain't planning on being with him, and like, how would he know? But now knowing that they would have laughed at me at the pawn shop, good to know. But anyway, so I was just stressed out. He telling me like, I can't wait to see you wear the ring at school tomorrow, da 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 da, just all this stuff like that. I'm just like stressed because I'm like, I'm not wearing this shit. It's fake as fuck, and no, I'm gonna just keep my little 2-finger ring on that I got. Go to school the next day. I always used to ditch with my homegirl for some reason. We used to just stay ditching. So we ditching and I walk past, it's like a group of people. Maja used to hang out with like different girls all the time. So I see him with like these group of girls, and I didn't like one of the girls because the boy from the story time, when I ripped the girl pages out her notebook, I can't remember the boy name what I named him, but one of the girls that used to mess with him, she was in that friend group. She used to mess with my J too. And it's starting to really seem like she liked every that I liked, because even the boy that I told y'all that I named Deshaun that ended up passing away, she talked to him too. So why are you dating everybody I date? Like, it's really weird. So anyway, he was over there with them, and when we walked by, I'm like, oh, what's up, my J? Like, I just said what's up. I'm not saying what's up like, oh, why you with these hoes, but I'm just saying hello. Tell me why y'all, tell me the fuck why this freakishly tall Shaquille O'Neal head ass nigga didn't say shit back to me. What? Any other time I would speak to him, he would say something to me. So he didn't say nothing to me. So I'm just thinking like, oh, this boy is a weirdo, because not speaking to me after you just confessed your love to me, gave me your grandma fake ass ring, and was just aiming me all day. You giving me free snacks. Why you not speaking to me? Like, I'm thinking like, do he think that I want to be with him or something? Like, you're weird. So I just kept it lit. He literally didn't say nothing. They start giggling, laughing, and I'm like, before I ask somebody what's funny, because I used to just, I'm like, I'm gonna keep walking. So I ain't saying nothing to him, y'all. Fast forward, I'm at lunch. He walking by, I see him hand in hand with one of the girls. Hand in hand with the girl that I had, that dated the boy that I was talking to. Hand in hand with her. Hand in hand with her. It didn't matter anyway, because I'm over here with my man. But it's still the fact that, oh, you trying to play with me? You should have gave her your grandma fake ass ring, ho. So I was just kind of irritated, because I'm just like, wow, he's weird. So he didn't say nothing to me. He ain't aiming me. He ain't saying nothing. Throughout the day, he usually be aiming me something, but he ain't saying nothing to me. So I'm like, oh, it's cool. Days go by, whatever. When I see Majay would text me, like when after school and stuff like that, well, aim me after school, but at school he would act so weird, like he do not know me. So I was just like, okay, cool, like you're weird. I would barely give him conversation. He'd be over there, Amy, I'm over here crying in the hood right now because you're not responding, and I love you. And I was like, I'm gonna give you this ring back. And he's like, no, keep it, because I'm gonna marry you one day. Just weird, right? Just weird. So I just didn't really pay him no mind. I barely would aim this boy. Like, he was weird as hell, because I'm like, you stop talking to me at school as if you think I want you. Like, I'm gonna mess up something you got going on. Boy, bye. So anyway, that's where, like I said, I'm getting the Teddy Grams and stuff like that. So I'm in class and I'm looking at it and I'm just smiling because I see who it says. It said like XOXO Hurricane A Baby. So I'm like, ah! I'm just happy as hell. I'm in class. I'm just smiling. Because even though we was together, like, some people knew, but then some people didn't, because we wasn't like big PDA or nothing like that. So this one girl up in class, she was cool with the girls that Majay was hand in hand with. So she over here, she was just like, oh, who yours is from? She asking people like, who's theirs from or whatever, who got one. She's like, who's yours from? And I was like, from my boo. And she was like, who? And I was like, from my boo. But I wouldn't say who it was, like, because I'm just thinking like, why do you want to know anyway? So she was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, that ring cute, where you get it from? Mind you, I got on my regular 2-finger ring that say my name on it. She like, that ring cute, where'd you get it from? So I'm like, oh, this ring? I'm like, oh, I been had this. And she's like, oh, okay. But that was it. That was it. Then she turned around. I'm just thinking like, that was weird. Like, what's up with her? It's not even clicking to me. Nothing is clicking to me, right? So I'm walking to go to lunch to go meet up with my friends. Tell me why Majay, I just hear like somebody running behind me in the hallway. So I turn around and look, because you always got to be careful because somebody will sneak you. So I turn around and look, and it's Majay. And I just moved to the side because I'm thinking he finna run past me. And I'm not finna say nothing to him because you're a weirdo. He ran to me and he stopped and he was just like, what's up? Like, can I get a hug? So I was like, why? So he like, dang, why you acting funny? And I was like, you weird or whatever. He was like, and I don't be seeing you, like, you don't be wearing a ring. Like, he lift my hand up. He was like, you don't be wearing a ring? So I was like, no, I could actually bring it back to you. He was like, bring it back to me? That's messed up. Like, I told you I don't want that ring back. Like, you gonna be my wife or whatever. So I'm like, boy, you weird. Like, you be with other people. You don't even be speaking to me. Like, you're weird as hell. All this other stuff like that. So he just like, nah, I don't even be like that. No, for I just don't want no drama going on at school. But you know how I feel about you. Like, do she got my grandma ring? She probably got a gumdrop version ring too. He was like, do she got my grandma ring or do you got it? Like, for real, let's be for real. So I'm just thinking like, oh, this boy is weird. Like, not you trying to play and like think that I'm finna just be like smiling or excited. Like, we got some secret arranged marriage one day. So anyway, he just being weird or whatever. And he just talking. He was like, yeah, stop acting so fake. You act like when you be with your little boo, like you can't say nothing to me when you with that boy Hurricane. Oh, you got to break up with him soon. Da 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 da. All this other stuff. Cause when I'm ready to go public, it's going in one ear and out the other. Everything he's saying to me, I'm just basically like, I'm about to just bring this boy ring back and just leave it at that because he just really irritated me. Once we got to the gate to get to the yard, he did a all right then and hurried up and went the other way to see like we not walking together. Like I said, you're strange. So fast forward, like the Valentine's Day is in 2 days now. 2 days, okay? I don't remember if it was on a Friday, but let's just say it was on a Friday. So let's say now today is, well, it's in 1 day. So today is Thursday, right? So I brought the ring to school. I'm wearing it because I had all intentions on giving this boy back this fake ass ring because I was just so irritated with him. Like I just didn't want to be bothering him no more because he was weird. But it just kept slipping my mind. Like every time I see him, because he would be so weird when he with girls, and I'm not about to never come up to you and be talking to you and then you try to act like you don't know me. So I'm like, I'm not finna say nothing to him, right? So I had the ring on, right? So now I'm hanging out with Hurricane. I'm just talking and stuff like that. And he looked down and he was like, where'd you get that ring from? And I'm just thinking like, why everybody keep asking about my ring? I'm forgetting that I have on this other little lollipop one. So he like, where you get that ring from? So I was like, oh, this one? I was like, my mom had bought this for me. Like, I been had it or whatever. I got it for Christmas. So he was like, nah, that one. So I was like, oh, this one? So when he said that, it was like, why? So I'm over here and I'm like, this one? He like, yeah. I'm like, you talking about this one, right? He like, yeah, that one. There's only one ring on that hand. I'm like, oh, this one? I was like, you know what? My homegirl, she actually asked me to hold it for her. Like, she got it from somebody here at the school, but she asked me to hold it for her. So I just like have it on to like hold it because it's too big for her finger. So he was like, oh, okay. So like, who did she get it from? So I'm like, you talking about this one, right? He like, yeah. I'm like, oh, she had got it from, where'd she get it from? I don't know. You want me to go ask her? He was like, nah, like, because somebody was just telling me that you had something of Majay's, like you had something of his. And I was like, I have something of his? Y'all, now me playing so dumb. I'm like, maybe my friend. I'm like, you know, he be like talking to my friends and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know, I don't know. Maybe this is where she got it from. So he's like, yeah, he was saying somebody said something like, it's his grandma's ring or something like that. So I'm like, this is grandma ring? He like, yeah, that's his grandma ring. So his homeboy's like, Symone, you know that's his grandma ring. I said, his grandma got a fake ring? This is a fake ring. Y'all, not me over here trying to play dumb because I'm thinking like, hold up now, who done told my man that I got this fake ass ring on? So he was like, yeah, and you wearing it or whatever. He's like, I remember I seen you wear it before and then like you stopped. He was like, and then I see you wearing it again. I was like, because it's my friend's ring. Like if it's his grandma's ring, he gave it to my friend and she told me to hold it. So that's pretty much what it is. I'm like, we all wear it. Like literally, like sometimes one day somebody else might wear it. He's like, so y'all all just pass around a fake ring? I'm like, yeah, it's fake. So he was like, so that's not Majay's grandma ring? I'm like, I guess so. I don't know. But like, I don't understand why she would be having a fake ring. Like, how old is she? Like, she got a fake diamond ring? Because this is not real at all. Like, this is a gumball machine ring. Like, it's not real. So he was like, so you and your homegirls. I'm over here. Hurricane looking irritated. Like, Symone, stop playing with me. His homeboy is over here like, Symone, you know that's his ring and you got it from him. I'm like, I did not get it from him. So now I'm trying to argue with him to like deflect. I'm like, you always trying to say something. I'm like, it's because y'all be wanting to hit Hurricane up with old girl. Yo, I'm just trying to deflect like a motherfucker. As we get into it, tell me why one girl from the group that Majay be hanging out with, she came up to me and she was just like, Majay said where the ring at. what in the fuck is going on? So I was like, girl, who are you talking to? And she was like, Majay said, where's his ring at? Like, where's his ring? He want his ring back. So I was like, oh, well, tell my homegirl because he gave it to her. Y'all, now me still going with this lie. I'm like, you better tell my homegirl because he gave it to her. And I'm not giving nothing back that she has unless he asks for it back because it's not mine. Like, I'm not giving it back. So she was like, is that the ring? Because give back the ring. I said, oh, take the ring off my finger then. So Hurricane like, what are you getting into it with her for? You know, like, it's not that deep. If it's his ring, give it back. I'm like, no, because he gave it to my homegirl. I'm literally trying to lie because at this point, you got me messed up because you're weird. At any given time, you could have came up to me and just asked me for it back. But now you want to sit here and have somebody come ask me for it in front of my man? Are you dumb? So I'm stressed out. I'm irritated. Like, I'm so annoyed because it was like he really got me messed up or whatever. So at this point, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, he ain't getting shit back. He ain't getting shit back. So at this point, me and Hurricane, we low-key getting into it, but he was non-confrontational and I wasn't at that time. So I'm like low-key trying to get into it with him, but I'm just literally gaslighting him because I'm literally trying to make it seem like he's crazy and I don't know what everybody's talking about. And until Majay come and say something, then yeah, I really don't know what y'all talking about. So I'm like telling him like we still got it planned to dress like tomorrow because we was gonna wear our black skinnies and our PF chains. Oops. We was gonna wear our black skinny jeans and some PF flyers. We was gonna dress like for Valentine's Day. So he like, yeah, okay, whatever, like, you know, but give your homegirl back that ring. Like, I don't want to see you wearing it no more. So I'm like, all right, don't worry about it, right? Majay hitting me up, kept hitting me up. I want my ring. Where my grandma ring at? I need my grandma ring. At this point, it was really given. I should have just gave it back to him, but I was really on some fuck you bitch type shit because you really had me effed up when you should have just came and asked for it yourself. So he kept hitting me up like, man, on the hood, I'm gonna have somebody come up here and get her ring back because you gonna give me back her ring. So I'm like, bitch, this shit fake as fuck. Like, cause now you trying to press me and now you really not getting this shit back. What, you gonna pass around this fucking gas? You finna pass shit around to school? What is you finna do? Let's fast forward to the next day, right? It's Valentine's Day. I got home. I got to school super late. I don't understand how my grandma never got fired. My grandma used to take me to school in the morning because my mom should take my sister and her schools on the other side of town. So, well, in the other direction. So, I'm late as hell because my grandma always have us late. She used to be late as hell to work every day. So, I'm super late this day. Like, I'm super like we left the house after 8 o'clock. So, I get to school and I'm like, okay, since I'm already late, I might as well just go see what my homegirl doing at her class. As I'm walking in the hallway, guess who I see hugged up with somebody, y'all? Majay. I see him hugged up with the girl that he had come press me about the ring. Not even the one that he be holding hands with, but with her homegirl. He hugged up with her and they like kissing and shit. And I'm just like, that's crazy. So when I walked by, I laughed. And he tried to like play it off like, oh, man, what you doing? What you doing? So I just laughed and I kept it lit. I'm just thinking like, yeah, okay. But mind you, I got the ring. It's in my backpack today, but should have asked for it, right? So anyway, so now fast forward to this lunchtime. Me and Hurricane matching in our outfit. Me and Hurricane matching in our skinny jeans and our PF flyers. We taking pictures. He had got me like this little teddy bear with a little chocolate rose in it. We taking pictures. I'm holding it. I'm just thinking everything is just so cool, so cute, so funny. So next thing you know, here come Majay, the homegirl, and she be hand in hand with. They walking up to us. They mopping up over there, and it's more people coming in the crowd. So I'm thinking like, somebody finna fight. And I know it ain't Hurricane because he don't be saying shit. So I'm like, is it finna be me? They walking up to, they mobbing over in our direction. So when they get up over there, Majay was like, hey, I'm gonna need my grandma ring back. Get my grandma ring back. So I'm just like, I'm standing there, like I stood there, I looked around thinking like, oh, I don't know who he talking to. So he just talking. So the girl he be holding hands with was like, yeah, give me my ring. It's gonna be mine now. Give me my ring. You was never supposed to have it in the first place. He already told me that you took it out his backpack or some shit like that. I said, why the fuck would he be walking around with his grandma ring in his backpack? And I said, I don't have that fake ass ring. Like, you ain't getting shit back. Like, I don't have that fake ass ring. It's in the trash can. So he like, man, no. He getting mad. He doing the most like, no, you ain't got, you threw what? You threw what away? No, cause you know how much that shit costs. That shit costs thousands. You gonna have to cough up that money or give me my grandma ring back. He yelling, he doing the most. You think Hurricane saying anything? That nigga is shaking his head. All I hear is bees. Clap, clap, clap. Why aren't you saying shit to defend my honor? My homegirls was right there. So they like, boy, you're weird. Da 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 da. Like, we getting into it now. I'm getting into it with him. And she like, yeah, you just mad. Da da da. The girl talking shit, talking about I'm mad because the ring is hers and I took it because I'm a hater and I go after everybody she go after. Baby, it be the opposite way, honey bunny. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just thinking like, these people got me messed up. So I outburst and I said, well, which one is it? I'm like, well, which one do you even date? Do you date her? I said, because you be hugged up with her every day. I said, but you was just kissing her in the morning. So she was like, no, he don't. No, he don't. I was like, yes, you was kissing her in the morning. So she like, bitch, you're weird. You just trying to start stuff because you're mad. Da, 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 da. I was like, so y'all wasn't kissing in the morning? So y'all wasn't kissing by da, 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 classroom in the morning? I'm just being messy because at this point, y'all got me messed up trying to crowd me over some gas shit. So let's be funny. So now they kind of like getting into it. And the girl trying to square up with me like, oh, you weird. We finna fight. She dropped her backpack. She's doing the most though. She dropped her backpack. She turns around, starts spinning, doing this to do her hair. If you really wanted to fight me, you would have just took off on me, backpack and all. What you doing? Dropping your backpack, spinning around to tie your hair up, and now you're pulling your pants legs up. Like, girl, you don't want to fight. You just want to bring attention to what's going on because it's already a big crowd anyway. You want security come. So at this point, Hurricane Homeboy was like, you fighting over Majay? Like, you fighting over, bro, she's fighting over Majay? So I'm like, I'm not fighting over Majay. Like, he trying to lie basically because it doesn't even make sense. He gave me this stupid and he trying to make it seem like I took it from him because he don't want her to know. But mind you, he never used to be like, it's like after he gave me this ring and tried to be like cool, cute with me, that's when he started holding hands with her and doing this with her. So it's not like I was in a relationship and then I seen he was in one and we just on some sneaky geeky type shit. I didn't know he was with this girl. Like I said, he used to be with everybody. Like this boy was just for everybody. So he trying to make it seem like I took something from him because I'm just madly in love and obsessed with him. Are you okay? So he was like, yeah, all this other stuff like that. So when his homeboy talking about you fighting over Majay and the girl, she's still like, oh yeah, doing all of this and just like, no, for real, let me get right there. Let me get right there. You know, when girls do the most, ain't nobody even holding her back. Everybody want to see a fight. And I'm just standing there still with my backpack on. My hair still blow dried out. I didn't try to attempt to do nothing because I'm like, you the scariest one out the group, girl. You ain't finna do nothing. And honestly, I wasn't finna fight her because what the fuck I look like fighting over some 25-cent rent? And my mom would have been like, girl, yeah. So they ended up coming over there. They breaking it up. The security was like, come on, get on the golf cart. And they took us both. I'm like, I don't have nothing. Like, this was not nothing. I have nothing to do with it. The girl, she doing the most. So they like, nah, come on, go to the office. I'm stressed out because not only did my man just see this and it seems like I'm some obsessed freak liar, but I'm about to get in trouble at home because my mama don't play that fighting over boys type shit. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm in the office, they call her or whatever, and she was like, she about to come get me. She come get me, and my mom is just like going in on me, but not too much though. But I'm just like, oh my God, I'm stressed out, I'm irritated. Majay still hitting me up like, yeah, I'm gonna need my ring because it's gonna be worse than that. Like, I'm gonna have my homegirls come up here, my cousins, all that other stuff. You gonna have to cough up that money for that ring, da 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 da. I'm not worried about none he's saying because if you mean to tell me that your people is finna catch the bus to our school for some, yeah, y'all are losers, whatever. So I'm not paying attention to nothing he's saying. I'm just like, bitch, you're a weirdo, da 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 da. You scary as fuck, and I'll have somebody come beat you up too. How about that? So anyway, that ring is literally, my grandma don't get rid of shit. That ring is still at her house somewhere. I'm pretty sure because at this point it was just like, yeah, you're never getting this ring back now. Even though it was not that deep and I could have just gave it back, but like now you did too much. So let's fast forward. Like I said, my mom mad. You shouldn't be trying to fight over dudes, all this other stuff like that. All this other stuff like that. It's still Valentine's Day. Hurricane update. He broke up with me. He broke up with me on AIM. He told me how I really am weird and all this other stuff like that. And I wasted his time and I broke his heart, which was a lie. He was lying. Because you was clearly cheating on me too. Like, you literally be on the phone with your homegirl and your homegirl didn't like me. And yeah, be for real. And they used to date. His ex was his homegirl. Come on now. So, yeah, he dumped me. I ain't got no man. I'm getting threatened to get beat up. I got a fake ring. A lot going on. But it's still Valentine's Day and my mom and my stepdad was going out. So all the time I used to third wheel them the fuck out of them. I used to be like, oh, I want to go. So they was going out to eat and I was like, can I come? I thought my mom was going to say no because I just got in trouble. But she was like, yeah, you could come. So before we went, my stepdad had to go meet up with somebody to go do something, right? So I'm like, all right, I had kind of mentioned this story when I told y'all about the time when the person stole my purse. So they had to go meet up to go do something. So we sit in the car, we in the parking lot, whatever. My stepdad got out the car, he talking to old dude in the other car or whatever. The guy out the car too, they in the parking lot, they just talking. So I'm talking to my mom about stuff and I'm just telling her like, yeah, mom, no, because this happened and I don't even like the boy and this, that, and the third. I'm just talking, but I'm noticing she's not really paying attention to what I'm talking about. So I'm looking like, what is she looking at? I'm trying to pay attention, like look out the window because... So I scoot over to the middle seat because I'm like, let me see out the window, what is she looking at? Because why is she not paying attention? So I was like, what's going on? Because my stepdad and the guy, they talking, it look a little heated or whatever. So she was like, no, I'm just making sure everything good. Like, you know, I'm watching out. I'm just making sure everything good. So I was like, okay. So I still just kept talking. I'm like, and then, yeah, mom, and then you got mad at me. Da, 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 da. I'm still just talking. I know she probably like, girls, you know I'm not paying attention to you. So then next thing you know, they start fighting. The dude and my stepdad, they in the parking lot, they fighting. So they fighting. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. I'm just like loud. I don't know why I started screaming, oh my God. Mom was like, send a car. She hopped out the car real quick with a bottle. So they fighting or whatever in the parking lot. And it was some girl in the car with the other dude. So she tried to get out the car. Mom, I'm like, bitch, stay in the motherfucking car. They like, she telling her to stay in the car. I don't know why the girl stay in the car or whatever. Maybe she didn't care. Why is they jumping this man? Why did y'all, what in the, it just was really the nerve. You tell me, oh, you get in trouble, you're fighting over boys, da 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 da, and all this other stuff, and now let me find out, da 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 da. But here you are fighting with your man, and it wasn't even needed for it. Long story short, oh, dude ended up getting hit in the head with a bottle somehow. Allegedly, my mom did it, but yeah. So they ended up hopping in the car. After all was said and done, we hop in the car. They dying laughing. They like talking about it, they dying laughing. I'm just thinking like, y'all is crazy as fuck. Like, y'all, it's never a dull moment with those two. So I'm just like, what? It's really the nerve of you. Like, what a hypocrite. Hypocrite, whatever the fuck. So we end up still going out to eat or whatever like that. I was sad because like I said, I was dumped. And yeah, and Hurricane had the nerve to ask me for that damn bear and that fucking candy bag. You know what everybody had me messed up is asking for stuff back. What is up with all the Indian givers in that damn school? Nobody got shit back. Majay kept trying to press me about that funky ass ring. He never got back. I was trolling and talking shit on Facebook, I ain't gonna lie. But he never got it back. Never. It was so bad, y'all. Like, literally, it was horrible. And I don't even know why I thought it was real, but I was young and dumb. And it just let me know that I just, y'all, when it came down, I was just stressed out. It was awkward when I did go back to school because it was just like, dang. Now, y'all, why when I went back to school, who in a relationship? Hurricane is in a relationship with the girl, with the home girl that he was friends with, that he'll always be on the phone with, which he couldn't talk to me on the phone when he at home. Majay is still pressing me about a damn ring. Everybody's happy and look at me, I'm single. And that's why I never took relationships serious at that age, because I just said I knew everybody was playing with me, because not me playing victim, but they was playing with me. But I feel like I would never got myself in that situation if I would have never entertained whatever Majay was talking about. I should never took his little fake gummy bear ass ring. I should never did none of that, and I should have just gave it back. Honestly, I could have threw it at him. I could have set it next to him. I was so many opportunities, but instead I got myself caught up, and that's what happened. And I was stressed out and I was sad because who ain't had no man? Me. Yeah. But anyway, that was it for this story time. It was just a quick little funny little memory, going back memory lane story time about when I guess I got caught up and I done got dumped. I guess I don't even know what I'm gonna title this story, but that's it for this story time, y'all. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.